Let me discuss one point which we have not yet done in notes. That is how Thomson determined the charge by mass ratio of cathode rays. It's given in NCERT. Let me share the NCERT book and then we'll discuss about it. Okay. उसके बाद we'll continue with this properties of charge. ये वाला experiment है. This is the regarding the cathode ray experiment. The determination of charge by mass ratio of cathode rays was done using this setup. So an anode with a hole is taken. The cathode rays cross through the hole in the anode and travel beyond anode. Okay. As they are traveling, they're exposed to electric field and magnetic field. The electric field and magnetic field are kept perpendicular to each other, and in such a manner that deflection by the electric field is compensated by deflection by magnetic field. ठीक है, explain करता हूं मैं. This is the point of deflection if only electric field was applied. If no electric field, no magnetic field is applied, the cathode rays will collide with the fluorescent screen at point B. But if electric field is applied, the cathode rays are deflected towards the positive plate. Okay? They collide with the fluorescent screen at point A. Now, a magnetic field is applied in such a direction that it results in an opposite direction, deflection in opposite direction. So point C represents the point of impact of cathode rays with fluorescent screen if only magnetic field is applied. Okay. Now the two fields, electric field and magnetic field, are adjusted in such a manner, and then when they are applied simultaneously, there is no net deflection. There is the two fields, electric field and magnetic field, are adjusted in such a manner that there is no net deflection when both the fields are applied simultaneously. Now, by the values of electric field and magnetic field, it was possible to calculate the charge by mass ratio of cathode rays. ठीक है, आ रहा है समझ में?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे देखो एग्जैक्ट वैल्यूज गिवन है चार्ज का, जो मैंने 1.6 into 10⁻⁻19 लिखा था. अगर डेसिमल्स में देखेंगे तो इट इज 1.602176 into 10⁻⁻19 कूलम. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ E. याद करो, मैंने चार्ज बाय मास रेशियो 1.76 लिखा था अप्रोक्सीमेटली. एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू देखेंगे तो 1.758820 into 10⁻11. ठीक है, और इन दोनों के रेशियो से हमने मास ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन कैलकुलेट किया. ये पॉइंट तो मैंने बताया था कि फ्रॉम द चार्ज टू मास रेशियो and from the charge which was determined by the Millikan's oil drop experiment, we could find out the mass of an electron. ठीक है, क्लियर है ये?
जी सर.
सार्थक बोलो, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
Sir, I had doubt. Why does the ray like go into 3 different directions? I don't understand.
Ray does not go in 3 different directions. ठीक है, it will be deflected by electric and magnetic field. ठीक है, if electric field is applied, it will go in one direction. If magnetic field is applied, it can go in some other direction.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We can adjust the electric field and magnetic field so that there is no net deflection on application of both the fields simultaneously. Understood?
Yes, sir.
lower your hands. Now we'll continue with the properties of charge. So force of attraction or repulsion between any two charged particles is calculated as kq1 q2 upon r square. This is lecture third lecture है ना ये atomic structure का?
Yes,
जी
sir.
जी
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now let us do some simple calculations applying this formula. Two charged particles having equal and opposite charges are separated by a distance of 10 centimeters, and the force of attraction between them is 10 to the power minus 6 newtons. Find the magnitude of charge on the two charged particles. Find the magnitude of charge on the two charged particles. Try it once.
Re-
You may raise your hands if you have solved it. I'm giving 2-3 minutes more, then I will solve it. Harsh. Harsh. Could you solve it? Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. We'll simply apply the formula and get to the values. Force is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. Suppose we are writing only the magnitudes. Magnitude equal and opposite charges. This becomes K Q square upon R square. The value of force is 10 to the power minus 6. Value of K is 9 into 10 to the power 9. And value of R is 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters is 10 into 10 raised to minus 2 meters. Because we'll put every value in SI units. Okay. So ये 10 raised to minus 1 आ जाएगा. This becomes 10 raised to minus 7 by 9 into 10 to the power 9 is equal to Q square. तो आ जाएगा 10 raised to minus 16 by 9 is equal to Q square. So from here we'll get Q is equal to 10 raised to minus 8 by 3 coulombs. Understood? Is this clear to everyone?
Unmute करने देगा तो
Yes, sir.
Harsh, I'm removing you from the meeting. ठीक है? Don't misbehave in the lecture. ठीक है? जो misbehave करेगा उसको मैं मीटिंग से निकाल दूंगा. ठीक है? Avanti, you will raise your hands. I will let you unmute. ठीक है? But I have देखो students, if you misuse the privilege, normally I will allow unmute option to all of you. ठीक है? लेकिन अगर लोग misuse करेंगे तो मैं unmute option disable कर दूंगा. Only when you will raise your hand, then you will be able to unmute. ठीक है? तो just let me proceed with the class. Let's not get too bothered about this. As soon as you raise your hand, I'll let you unmute. Don't worry. ठीक है? तो
Sir,
बोलो सयूज.
sir, the distance of the distance of separation between the two particles is squared, right?
हाँ, अच्छा. Sorry.
So,
I did that
okay,
mistake. Yeah, fine. ठीक है? तो अभी के लिए मैं unmute option enable रख रहा हूँ. If I feel some disturbance from your end, I will disable that option. ठीक है? हाँ, तो I did this mistake. Yeah, very correct. So we'll square this. KQ square upon R square. ठीक है? तो this becomes, one second. So this will become 10 to the power minus 6. 10 to the power minus 1 का square 10 to the power minus 2 upon 9 into 10 to the power 9 is equal to Q square. Now we'll solve it. This comes out to be 10 to the power minus 17 by 9 is equal to q square. We can write this as 10 into 10 raised to minus 18 by 9 is equal to q square. So q is equal to root 10 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulombs. Understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is the magnitude of charge on either of the two charge particles. अभी इस क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा मॉडिफिकेशन कर रहा हूँ. In the question above, एक और क्वेश्चन इसका एक्सटेंशन एक करा रहा हूँ. In the question above, find the number of excess electrons, one second, on the negatively charged particle. On the negatively charged particle. In the question above, find the number of excess electrons on the negatively charged particle. Okay. Find an approximate number. याद करो, properties of charge में first point क्या लिखा था हमने? Charge is quantized. Charge on an object is always in terms of electrons. If an object is negatively charged, it has excess of electrons. If an object is positively charged, it has deficient electrons. Okay. From the total charge on an object, we can find out the number of excess electrons. Try karo. Arav, you may raise your hands. हाँ Arav, बोल.
So I was just giving the answer. I got root 10 by 4.8 into 10 raised to the power 10.
What did you do? How did you approach it?
So I did q is equal to ne.
Yeah, q is equal to ne. That's what we have to do here. Okay. Q is equal to, remember we have done q is equal to plus minus ne. The mod of q will be equal to ne. Okay. Value of q we have calculated as root 10 का approximate value कितना होता है? Root 10 is approximately 3.16. So let us put this value 3.16 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 10 raised to minus 9 coulombs, and value of E is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. We'll find out the value of N. So this comes out to be 3.6, 3.16 upon 3 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 9 or 10 raised to minus 19 इस तरफ करेंगे 10 raised to 10 आता है. You can write it as 316 upon 4.8 into 10 to the power 8. Okay, the approximate value will be 65.83 into 10 to the power 8, or 6.58 into 10 to the power 9. ठीक है, क्लियर है ये? हाँ, सोहम कुछ बोल रहा है, बोलो.
मंदिर के ऊपर मस्जिद, बूचर हॉल का हाउस.
देखो, कुछ लोग मंदिर मस्जिद और टाइम पास करने में बहुत ही इंटरेस्टेड है. आई डोंट केयर. देखो मतलब क्यों कर रहे हो तुम लोग? तुम लोग को मजा आ रहा है, ठीक है, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. ठीक है, आई विल सिंपली रिमूव. एकदम कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. ठीक है, थोड़ी बहुत मस्ती चलती है हमारी आपस में, थोड़ी बहुत मस्ती चलती है, बट बिना बात के लेट मी कंट्रोल द क्लास. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत कभी मस्ती करना है तो अपन डिसाइड करेंगे कब मस्ती करना है. मतलब कितने दिन से मैं ऑनलाइन लेक्चर ले रहा हूँ, तो समझ आ गया है कि भाई कौन टाइम पास कर रहा है, कौन नहीं कर रहा है, हाउ टू कंट्रोल द क्लास. ठीक है, तो रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन, इट्स फॉर बेनिफिट ऑफ ऑल, डोंट डिस्टर्ब द क्लास. ठीक है, अभी मस्ती के लिए बहुत टाइम है, अपन तो पढ़ाई करने के लिए इधर आए हैं. इट्स नॉट योर स्कूल है, रेगुलर स्कूल जैसा तो नहीं है क्या आरव? इज इट लाइक योर रेगुलर स्कूल? थोड़ा डिफरेंट है ना ये जेई का प्रिपरेशन. यू हैव टू बी फोकस्ड. जेई का प्रिपरेशन इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द स्कूल और बोर्ड एग्जाम्स. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा बी फोकस्ड, बी अटेंटिव. अच्छे से समझा के हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, पढ़ रहे हैं, तो कोशिश करो जितना समझ सकते उतना समझने की. लेट्स नॉट वेस्ट ईच अदर्स टाइम. ठीक है, आरव कुछ बोल रहा है क्या? अनम्यूटिंग. आरव कुछ बोल रहा है? आरव,
So do we have to give the value of root 10 since we didn't do it in the previous one?
वी कैन. देखो एक्चुअली क्या है, हमारे क्वेश्चन में जेई के एग्जाम में एबीसीडी 4 ऑप्शंस दिए होंगे, और उसमें ऑप्शंस कभी कभी रूट 10 के फॉर्म में दिया हो सकता है या फिर डेसिमल्स में दिया हो सकता है. ठीक है, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ द ऑप्शंस आर गिवन. ठीक है, कभी कभी वन और मोर देन वन करेक्ट टाइप क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जिसमें 2 या 2 से ज्यादा आंसर्स करेक्ट हो सकते हैं. एक ऑप्शन में डेसिमल में वैल्यू दिया रहेगा, एक ऑप्शन में फ्रैक्शन में वैल्यू दिया रहेगा, तो बोथ में भी करेक्ट. वी विल हैव टू वेरीफाई दैट. ठीक है,
Okay, sir.
now let us continue with properties of charge. समझाना क्लियर है सबको? So we'll continue with properties of charge. Okay. तो यहाँ पर हमने एक फॉर्मूला लिखा था कि force is equal to k q1 q2 upon r square. Okay. This k is sometimes written as another constant, which is called as permittivity. 1 by 4 pi epsilon. This is a Greek letter. It is pronounced as epsilon. This is called as permittivity. The value of this electrostatic constant is different in different medium. Value of this electrostatic constant in vacuum is written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon. This is electrostatic constant in vacuum. This is called permittivity of vacuum. What exactly is permittivity is difficult to understand right now. We'll study about this in electrostatics and physics. So let's not get too bothered, but कभी-कभी एक्सप्रेशन में k की जगह 1 by 4 pi epsilon लिखा रहता है. एप्सिलॉन की वैल्यू याद करना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है बिकॉज k का वैल्यू बहुत स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. द वैल्यू ऑफ k, वैल्यू ऑफ 1 by 4 pi epsilon is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर कूलम स्क्वायर. इससे एप्सिलॉन नॉट की वैल्यू हम निकाल सकते हैं. परमिटिविटी ऑफ वैक्यूम की वैल्यू हम निकाल सकते हैं. परमिटिविटी ऑफ वैक्यूम की वैल्यू आ जाएगी 1/4 pi into 9 into 10 to the power 9. We are not writing its value because it's not important. एक ही वैल्यू याद रखो, 1 by 4 pi epsilon नॉट की वैल्यूज याद रखो. ठीक है. इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है कि for different mediums the value of permittivity is different. K in a medium is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon of that medium, permittivity of that medium. From here, if we find out the ratio of K naught upon K medium, the electrostatic constant in vacuum upon electrostatic constant in medium, this is equal to 1 by epsilon naught upon 1 by 4 pi epsilon of a medium. This is equal to epsilon of a medium upon epsilon naught. And this is sometimes written as epsilon r, which is called the relative permittivity. Also known as dielectric constant. I think dielectric constant का term तुम लोगों ने सुना होगा शायद से. Have you heard about this term, dielectric constant? Anyone? Raise your hands if anyone has heard. Aditya, bolo.
So if I remember correctly, it is the amount of energy required by a substance to break a electrovalent bond.
It is related to breaking of electrovalent bond in a medium. So exact definition you are not correct, but very much there. Almost सही बोल रहे हो. Relate करते हैं. जैसे we say that electrovalent compounds are soluble in water. ठीक है? We say that electrovalent compounds, ionic compounds are soluble in water. Ionic compounds example is sodium chloride. It consists of Na plus and Cl minus ions. Why is NaCl soluble in water? One of the factors that contributes to high solubility of ionic compounds in water is water has a high dielectric constant. Water has a high dielectric constant. What does it mean? अगर दो चार्ज पार्टिकल्स के बीच में फोर्स अगर निकालेंगे, फोर्स इन वैक्यूम अपॉन फोर्स इन वाटर, दिस विल बी इक्वल टू, सपोज चार्ज पार्टिकल सेम है, डिस्टेंस सेम है, दिस विल बिकम इक्वल टू k नॉट अपॉन k वाटर. This will be equal to epsilon r of water. So higher is the value of dielectric constant of water, lesser will be the force of attraction or repulsion between the charged particles in water. आ रहा है समझ में ये? Higher is the value of ER, less is the force of attraction or repulsion between the ions. देखो ये एक important concept है, not very important for atomic structure. We'll be using this concept in later chapters also. ठीक है, डाइलेक्ट्रिक कांस्टेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर के लिए. एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर के लिए सिंपल सा फॉर्मूला k q1 q2 upon r square is sufficient, but dielectric constant will be using in future study. Chemical bonding में when we study ionic bonds, solubility of ionic compounds, we'll use dielectric constant. आदित्य, I am unmuting you. बोलो आदित्य.
Nice, I was unraising my hand, lowering my hand.
Okay. So think about it. एक बार फिर से सोच लो. What is dielectric constant? किसी भी मीडियम में force of attraction or repulsion between the charged particles decreases with respect to the force in vacuum. अगर water का dielectric constant 100 है, this means the force will decrease by 100 times. If the force will decrease, the attraction force between the ions decrease, it becomes easier to separate the ions, it becomes easier to dissolve the ionic compound. So high dielectric constant of a solvent results in higher solubility. ठीक है, तो तुम लोगों ने solubility of ionic compound में ये brief में discuss किया होगा. Water has a high dielectric constant, so this results in higher solubility of ionic compounds in water. ठीक है, मैं कुछ solvents का dielectric constant ऐसी reference में लिखा देता हूँ. You will study more about it, more application about the dielectric constant in the chemical bonding chapter. ठीक है, so the value of dielectric constant of water is around 80. ये values मैं लिखा देता हूँ. टर्न करूँ पेज? सबको समझ आ रहा है? ठीक है, पेज टर्न करूं? Don't hesitate to ask anything. Okay, you may raise your hands. I'll unmute you. You will speak. Okay, let us keep this practice. You will get habituated to this. तो बहुत ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है. थोड़ा you may feel कि सर हमें unmute नहीं करने देना है, but don't think too much about it. As soon as you raise your hands, I will let you unmute, and then we can discuss. Okay? So let us continue further. ये values लिखा देता हूँ मैं dielectric constant के. The values of dielectric constant for water, it is 81. For methanol, methyl alcohol, it is around 33. So if you compare the solubility of NaCl in water and methanol, you can say that sodium chloride is more soluble in water than in methanol. Higher is the value of dielectric constant, more will be the solubility of a substance. Okay. So dielectric constant can be defined as it is the factor by which force between two charged particles decreases in a medium as compared to that in vacuum. As compared to that in vacuum. This is the definition of the dielectric constant. It is the factor by which force between two charged particles decreases in a medium as compared to the force in vacuum. Okay. The dielectric constant of air is approximately equal to 1. Therefore, the permittivity of air is approximately equal to permittivity of vacuum. Or we can say that K in air, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi permittivity of air, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. ठीक है, क्लियर है ये? रन करूं पेज? Avanti, can you unmute? You wanted to ask something? You may raise your hands if you want to ask something.
No, sir, I didn't know that.
Okay, thank you. Electrostatics is there in 12th physics. फिर okay. Class 12th में physics में है, but जेई में थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर हो सकता है. एनसीईआरटी बुक में क्लास 12th में फिजिक्स में है इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स. तो कंटिन्यूइंग विथ प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ चार्ज, हमने फोर्स का फॉर्मूला पढ़ा. नाउ विल कंटिन्यू विथ. इसमें सबसे पहला पॉइंट हमने पढ़ा था चार्जेस क्वांटाइज. सेकंड पॉइंट हमने पढ़ा था लाइक चार्जेस रिपेल, ऑपोजिट चार्जेस अट्रैक्ट. थर्ड पॉइंट पढ़ा था हमने फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ फोर्स. फोर्थ पॉइंट लिखते हैं पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. नाउ व्हाट इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी? ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म है. व्हाट इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी? कौन बोलेगा? कौन एक्सप्लेन करेगा व्हाट इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी? एनीवन? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स. आई थिंक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी पढ़ा है तुम लोगों ने. यस, वन सेकेंड. बोल सो आप.
Yes, sir. So potential energy of a body is the energy possessed by the body at a stationary position, either at a height or in a deformed state.
यस, करेक्ट है. ठीक है. अंश, यू हैव एनीथिंग एल्स टू से? अंश कहाँ गया? वन सेकेंड. अवंती. अंश, बोल अंश.
I was saying the same thing as him. The energy in a body at rest due to the height at which the body is placed is potential.
Energy of a body at rest due to height at which the body is present. This is more specifically gravitational potential energy. Avanti, you have
Yes.
something else?
Potential energy is the energy that is conserved in the body, that is stored in the body. It's the potential.
Potential energy is not conserved. The total mechanical energy is conserved. I think we have done questions related to that. When a body falls from a height, it loses potential energy, it gains kinetic energy. The total potential energy plus kinetic energy remains conserved. Okay, this is correct. Till now, अभी तक तुमने दो ही definition, दो ही type के potential energies actually use किए हैं. One is elastic potential energy and one is gravitational potential energy. The gravitational potential energy is due to the height of an object from the Earth's surface. Higher the object goes from the Earth's surface, its potential energy keeps on increasing. And elastic potential energy is related to deformation of an object. Whenever an object is deformed, it tries to regain its shape. Okay? It tries to regain its shape, it has some potential energy. जैसे एक spring है, spring को compress करेंगे, तो spring has a tendency to reattain its natural length. So when it expands, it may push some other objects, it may release some kinetic energy. So what is the basis of potential energy? What is it actually? मैं explain करता हूँ. Whenever we have some force between two particles, ठीक है, then there will be some potential energy between the two particles. ऐसा समझो, an object is attracted by the Earth's surface. कोई भी ball है, cricket ball ले लो. Cricket ball, it is attracted by the Earth's gravitational field. When we throw it upwards, okay, it requires some energy from our side to throw it upwards. It slowly rises upwards. Okay, its kinetic energy starts decreasing and its potential energy starts increasing. What happens? We define potential energy as the amount of work that is to be done to move an object from one point to another point gets stored as its potential energy. याद करो, gravitational potential energy का formula हम करते हैं mgh. ठीक है, तो एक object है mass m का, उसको h height से raise करना है, तो we'll have to do a work against gravity. The work that we do against gravity, that is mgh, gets stored as its potential energy. So potential energy is defined as the energy that is stored inside a body by the virtue of some work done against a force. आ रहा है समझ में? राकेश सर, अंश बोलो क्या बोल रहे हैं?
Sir, I just forgot to lower my.
Okay, no issue. So whenever some work is done against a force, that work gets stored in an object as a potential energy. जैसे हमें spring को compress करना है, we'll have to do some work, we'll have to apply some energy to compress the spring. ठीक है? So whenever we compress the spring, we are doing some work against the restoring force of the spring. So that gets stored as its potential energy. Whenever we raise an object to a height h, we are doing some work against the gravity, that gets stored as potential energy. जितना ज्यादा वर्क करेंगे उतनी ज्यादा पोटेंशियल एनर्जी स्टोर होती है. आ रहा है समझ में? ठीक है, we'll write this definition of potential energy. ठीक है, so you can say that the broader definition of potential energy, it is the energy, it is the stored energy in an object when some work is done against a force. ठीक है, the mathematical formula for electric potential energy between two charged particles Q1 and Q2. Electric potential energy, the formula is K Q1 Q2 upon R. This is the mathematical formula for the electric potential energy, K Q1 Q2 upon R, where K is the electrostatic constant, Q1 and Q2 are the charges, and R is the distance between the charges. ठीक है, ये फॉर्मूला कैसे डिराइव हुआ ये इसमें करेंगे हम इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में, बट अभी के लिए फॉर्मूला याद रखना है. विल बी यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला इन आवर कैलकुलेशंस रिलेटेड टू रदरफोर्ड्स मॉडल. ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज कैलकुलेटेड एज K Q1 Q2 अपॉन R. ठीक है, एक मिनट रुकना. I'll be back in a minute. Now let us continue this. ये फॉर्मूला है इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी का K Q1 Q2 by R. ठीक है, हाउ विल वी अप्लाई दिस फॉर्मूला, व्हाट आर द सिग्निफिकेंस. ठीक है, अच्छे से समझते हैं, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर चैप्टर का. चलो, इस फॉर्मूले में मैंने मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ चार्ज यूज नहीं किया, तो चार्ज यूज किया. इफ बोथ Q1 and Q2 have the same sign, then potential energy is positive. तो जब भी चार्ज पार्टिकल्स के साइन सेम है, potential energy positive है, there is a repulsion force between the particles. And if both Q1 and Q2 have opposite sign, potential energy will be negative. अभी नेगेटिव एनर्जी तो कभी पढ़ा नहीं था तुम लोगों ने. नेगेटिव एनर्जी का कोई क्या मीनिंग होता है? ठीक है, जैसे फोर्स कैन बी पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, इट रिप्रेजेंट्स टू डायरेक्शन ऑफ फोर्स. बट व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय नेगेटिव पोटेंशियल एनर्जी? ये काफी इंटरेस्टिंग कंसेप्ट है, ये मैं अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. बट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी वैल्यू कैन बी नेगेटिव. इसको और जनरलाइज करेंगे. whenever there is attraction force, रुक जा वीर, okay, let me explain more. Whenever there is attraction force between two particles, the value of absolute potential energy is negative. अभी याद करो, ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी का फॉर्मूला हम करते हैं mgh, तो वहां तो वैल्यू नेगेटिव नहीं आता है. ये जो mgh जो फॉर्मूला है ना, दैट इज एक्चुअली द डिफरेंस इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जीज एट हाइट h and at the earth surface. The absolute potential energy at height h and at the earth surface both have negative values. The actual formula for gravitational potential energy is, ये gravitation में पढ़ेंगे physics में. The actual formula for gravitational potential energy is minus capital G capital M small m upon r, where capital G is the gravitational constant, different from the acceleration due to gravity. Capital M is the mass of the earth. Capital G is the gravitational constant, universal gravitational constant. Capital M is the mass of earth. Small m is the mass of the object. R is the distance of the object from the earth, center of the earth. Distance of the object from the center of the earth. This is the actual formula for the gravitational potential energy. The formula which we use, mgh, is actually the difference in potential energies at the earth's surface and at height h. ठीक है, तो even gravitational potential energy has a negative value. तो अपने को याद क्या रखना है अभी? Whenever there is repulsion force between particles, the potential energy will be negative. Okay, so this is important. Sorry, potential energy will be positive. Repulsion force, potential energy is positive. Whenever there is attraction force between particles, potential energy is negative. ये दो पॉइंट ध्यान में रखना है. इसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है, ये नेक्स्ट पेज में एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. तो ये याद रखना है, क्या याद रखना है अपने को? Whenever two particles repel each other, the value of potential energy is positive, and whenever two particles attract each other, the value of absolute value of potential energy is negative. ठीक है, अब इसका सिग्निफिकेंस मैं नेक्स्ट पेज में एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. व्हाई दिस पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव वैल्यू, व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस. ठीक है, टर्न करूं. वन सेकेंड, तो चैट पे कुछ बोल रहे क्या? ठीक है, टर्न करूं पेज. वीरोके बोल रहा था कि बोर्स मॉडल में पोटेंशियल एनर्जी नेगेटिव होता है. तो बोर्स मॉडल में we consider the potential energy between the nucleus and the electron. Electron is attracted by the nucleus, electron is attracted by the positive charge, and whenever there is attraction, the potential energy has a negative value. ठीक है, पेज टर्न करूं मैं. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट देखो, at r equal to infinity, potential energy will be 0. कोई डाउट नहीं है ना? When particles repel, we will have to do some work to bring them close to each other. Do some work against the repulsion force. We'll have to do some work against the repulsion force to bring them close to each other. आ रहा है समझ में ये पॉइंट? जब दो पार्टिकल्स एक दूसरे को रिपेल कर रहे हैं, इफ यू लीव देम ऑन देयर ओन, तो उनका नेचुरल स्टेट क्या होगा? दे विल टेंड टू लाई as away from each other as possible. So we can say that normally they tend to lie at infinite distance from each other because of the repulsion force between them. Okay, and at infinite distance, the potential energy will be 0. K Q1 Q2 by R. When R is infinity, 1 upon infinity is taken as 0. Okay. Now when we try and bring the two particles close to each other, so जब भी close लाएंगे, as the particles repel each other, we'll have to do some work to bring the particles close to each other. Now, whenever work is done against some force, the potential energy will increase. We say that whenever two particles repel and they are brought closer to each other, the potential energy increases. Okay, so we can represent this graphically. ऐसे एक ग्राफ हम प्लॉट कर सकते हैं. ग्राफ किसका? पोटेंशियल एनर्जी वर्सेस डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, दो चार्ज पार्टिकल्स के बीच का या दो चार्ज पार्टिकल्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. अगर दो पार्टिकल्स के बीच में रिपल्शन है एट इनफाइनाइट डिस्टेंस, द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज 0. As the particles are brought closer to each other, the more and more work will be required to be done against the repulsion force, and the value of potential energy increases. Potential energy increases from 0 to a positive value. As R decreases, potential energy increases from 0 to a positive value. आ रहा है समझ में ये? As R decreases, potential energy increases from 0 to a positive value. At R equal to infinity, potential energy is 0. But as value of R decreases, as the objects, the two particles are brought closer to each other, more and more work needs to be done to bring them close. Yeah, potential energy will increase. Is this clear? अभी let me take the attraction case. Turn करूं पेज? पेज टर्न करूं? समझ आ रहा है? ठीक है. अनन्या, Avanti, are you getting it? Next, now what happens when two particles attract each other? उसकी बात करते हैं. Next. One second. Soham,
Yes, sir.
there's only one Soham I can see in the meeting.
So मैं वो नहीं था जो अनम्यूट करके बोल रहा था अभी तक।
कोई बात नहीं Soham,
हाँ सर।
I'm not saying कि देखो जो लोग मस्ती कर रहे हैं they will take some other's name and do it. ठीक है, we know what we are and what we are doing. तो ठीक है, ज़्यादा टेंशन मत लो इसके बारे में.
Yes, sir.
So when there is attraction, then what happens? At r equal to infinity, this is for repulsion. This is for repulsion force. Now we'll talk about what happens when there is attraction between the two particles. यहाँ पे भी as per the formula, at r equal to infinity, potential energy is 0. Okay, because formula is kq1 q2 by r, and the value of r is infinity, the value of potential energy is 0. ये point तो same ही है. Whether there is attraction or repulsion, at infinite distance between the particles, the potential energy will be infinite. Potential energy will be 0. Now, an important point is when particles attract each other, normally they will tend to lie as close as possible to each other. So the normal distance between the particles which attract each other will be 0. They will tend to lie close to each other. Okay. Now, when we try and separate them, when we try and increase the distance between the particles, we'll have to do some work against the attraction force. More is the work that we do against a force, the greater will be the potential energy. यहाँ पे ये point लिखेंगे. When two particles attract, they tend to lie very close to each other. And we will have to do some work to bring them away, or to keep them away from each other. We'll have to do some work against the attraction force to keep them away from each other. So we'll say that as distance increases, the potential energy increases. And at r equal to infinity, potential energy will be maximum. Because more the distance, more the potential energy. At r equal to infinity, potential is maximum. And the maximum potential energy is negative. Sorry, 0. Because r equal to infinity, potential energy is 0. So maximum value of potential energy is 0. That means at all the points, it has a negative value. So graph कुछ ऐसा आता है. Potential energy versus R. The value of potential energy is always negative for attraction force between particles. आ रहा है समझ में? ये समझा सबको? काफी इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट है कि जब भी दो पार्टिकल्स के बीच में अट्रैक्शन होगा, द वैल्यू ऑफ पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, द एब्सोल्यूट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज नेगेटिव. और जब भी दो पार्टिकल्स के बीच में रिपल्शन है, द वैल्यू ऑफ एब्सोल्यूट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इज पॉजिटिव. ठीक है, हम जो कैलकुलेट करते हैं mgh से, दैट इज एक्चुअली द डिफरेंस इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जी एट 2 पॉइंट्स. व्हेन एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज reached to a height h, the difference in potential energy from the earth surface to the point at height h is mgh. Avanti. Can you unmute?
Yes, sir. Can you please? Explain?
देखो, मैं फिर से explain करता हूँ. पहले समझो कि when particles attract, to separate them we'll have to do some work. दो पार्टिकल्स अगर अट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं तो उनको दूर दूर ले जाने के लिए हमें मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी ना, हमें कुछ काम करना पड़ेगा. जैसे अभी ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी की बात करते हैं. An object is a cricket ball is attracted towards the Earth's gravity. To separate the cricket ball from the Earth's surface, उसको जितना ऊपर ले जाएंगे उतना ज्यादा वर्क करना पड़ेगा. The more work we'll have to do. The more work we'll have to do to separate the two objects, the more potential energy will get stored inside the object. The potential energy keeps on increasing. The important point here, as R increases, potential energy increases. So this is the important point. As R increases, distance increases, potential energy increases. So more the distance, more the potential energy. So definitely maximum distance is infinity. At R equal to infinity, the potential energy will be maximum. And we have written that at infinity potential energy is 0. So maximum potential energy is 0. So all other values of potential energy will be less than 0. अगर किसी भी क्वांटिटी का मैक्सिमम वैल्यू 0 है, all the values are less than 0, that means all the values are negative. Understood? समझा अवंती?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Sarthak. 1 second. हाँ, बोलो.
Sir, if R is infinite, if R is the distance, then how can you take it as infinity?
Theoretically, I am saying that if the two particles are separated by a very, very large distance, okay, as the R keeps on increasing, the potential energy keeps on decreasing. Sorry, the magnitude keeps on decreasing. Okay. At almost R equal to infinity, 1 upon infinity will be 0. Okay. Infinity is something that is not defined. So we can only say that as distance keeps on increasing, the magnitude of potential energy keeps on decreasing. Understood? Some more formulae which we'll be doing. Page turn करूं? This was the formula for potential energy and the concept of positive and negative potential energy when there is attraction or repulsion. Some more points. Electric potential. This is often denoted by letter V. Whenever we have a charged particle Q, okay, it will have some attraction or repulsion on any other particle at a distance r from it. You can think of a spherical surface of radius r. Okay, जिससे से distance बढ़ाएंगे, वैसे से force एक दूसरे charged particle पे कम या ज़्यादा होगा. If another charged particle Q dash is brought at a distance r to the charged particle Q, this Q dash may be attracted or repelled by the other charged particle. So when a charged particle Q dash is brought at a distance of r from the charged particle Q, there will be some attraction or repulsion on that charged particle. And that attraction or repulsion is measured in terms of a quantity called as electric potential. electric potential at a distance r from a charged particle q, V is calculated as kq by r. This is the formula to calculate electric potential. ठीक है, इसका exact meaning बाद में पढ़ेंगे, but अभी के लिए इस formula लिख लो. And we'll study another formula for potential energy. When a charged particle q is placed in a potential of V volts, its potential energy will become equal to Q into V. When a charged particle Q is placed in a potential of V volts, the potential energy is calculated as Q into V. It's another formula for potential energy. Let's take example. ऐसे समझो. Suppose we have two metal plates connected to a battery of 5 volts. This is 5 volts. And a charged particle Q of 10 coulombs is placed between the two metal plates. We will say that potential energy of the charged particle is equal to Q into V. Q is 10 coulombs, voltage is 5 volts. This comes out to be equal to 50 coulomb into volt. Coulomb is an SI unit, volt is an SI unit. Coulomb into volt is joules. 50 joules. Potential energy of the particle is 50 joules. आ रहा समझ में? The formula for potential energy is Q into V. We'll be using these formulae in our calculations. ठीक है? ये नोट कर लो. मैं 1 मिनट आया. अवंती 1 second. हाँ अवंती बोलो.
This is a closed circuit.
Sorry.
Then a closed circuit.
The two metal plates are not close. They are not bonded to each. They are not connected to each other.
Got it. Just wanted to.
Think of a charged particle that is placed here.
Okay.
It is a negative plate. It is a positive plate. And suppose it is a minus 10 coulomb. Suppose it is minus 10 coulombs. As long as we hold this charged particle between the two metal plates, there is some force acting on it. Which force? There's an attraction force towards the positive plate that is acting on it, and a repulsion force away from the negative plate. As long as we hold that charged particle there, it will have some potential energy. As soon as we leave that charged particle, it will start moving towards the positive plate. The potential energy will get converted into its kinetic energy. Okay? So whenever a charged particle is placed in a potential of V volts, it may be attracted or repelled by the potential. It may be accelerated or decelerated by the potential when it is left between the potential, between the two metal plates. As long as we hold it, it has some potential energy. As soon as we remove the holding force, it will start moving. That means it will gain some kinetic energy. We say that the gain in kinetic energy of a charged particle, whenever it is accelerated or decelerated by a potential, the change in kinetic energy of a particle, charged particle, will be equal to the potential energy that is there on the particle by the virtue of the potential, which is equal to Q into V. We will write this point, a important point. I will be using this in calculations. ठीक है, टर्न करूं पेज? पेज टर्न करूं? पेज टर्न कर देता हूं, मैं बता देता हूं, पॉइंट लिख देता हूं। When a charged particle is accelerated or decelerated by a potential of v volts, the change in kinetic energy is equal to delta Ke is equal to the potential energy acquired by the charged particle by the virtue of the potential, and which will be equal to Q into V. The change in kinetic energy delta Ke is equal to Q into V. ठीक है, ये नोट कर लो। एक मिनट रुकना। ठीक है, क्लियर है ये? ठीक है, आज के लेक्चर में हम इतना ही करते हैं। We'll do questions based on this in the next lecture. मैं एक असाइनमेंट शेयर कर देता हूँ। ठीक है, we cannot do much from that assignment right now. ठीक है, स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है क्योंकि बहुत कम थ्योरी कवर किया है हमने एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर का। ये सब थ्योरी थोड़ा बहुत it is related to what we learn in physics. All these will be required for the study of atomic structure, इसलिए मैंने ब्रीफ में बता दिया बहुत कुछ। ठीक है, तो next class में we'll talk about Rutherford's model and calculations related to Rutherford's model, and then we'll be able to solve some problems. ठीक है, मैं एक assignment send कर देता हूँ तुम लोगों को। Apart from booklet, I'll be sharing some assignments also from time to time, and we'll be solving those assignments also apart from the booklet. ठीक है, तो अभी के लिए बस ये सारे फॉर्मूले एक बार रिवाइज कर लेना अच्छे से। नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में विल सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स बेस्ड ऑन दिस। ठीक है, मैं लेक्चर एंड करता हूँ। अभी कुछ पूछना है किसी को? ठीक है, एंड करूँ लेक्चर? चलो, थैंक यू एवरीवन।